Hey everybody, so I'm back from my little short impromptu break. I just had some issues with my recording software, that's all, but now I'll hopefully be back making 3-4 videos a week again. So this video, as you can read in the title, is my predictions for the NFL awards. Now, I only did like the important ones, in ones you can actually predict. It's pretty hard to predict things like the Walter Payton Man of the Year or like anything of stature like that where it's outside of the field they get these awards. So I kept it to the ones in the realm of football, like Coach of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and most importantly, MVP, which really is just Most Valuable Quarterback Award. But anyways, that's not for discussion right now. So I'm going to start with Coach of the Year because this is kind of the most it's not really exciting. It's not really thrilling. It's good to see coaches win it, but it's not seen like other trophies are. I'm also going to throw up betting odds from different sports books on the odds on all this. Just, I'm not saying that is the reason I picked them. I'm just saying, that accompanies what I'm saying. So my first one, I'm going for Coach of the Year. I'm going Sean McDermott. He's a plus 2,000, by the way. And the biggest reason is, the Bills are now the best team in that division talent-wise. If he coaches the Bills well, they will win their division. I really think it's as simple as that. The Bills had a top 5 defense in almost every major statistical category last year, and the really only huge loss, in my opinion, was Jordan Phillips, who just had a breakout year, and obviously now he just went on to the Jets, but still, they picked up A.J. Espenza, who I think is going to fill in, a pass-rushing lineman role well enough to the point where I don't think they're really going to miss him. I think it definitely will hurt. They'll have to figure some things out, but I think they're going to do fine. Not to mention, obviously the O-line was finally starting to mesh. You added a receiver core. You added Diggs to it. That was huge. The Stephon Diggs trade, I think, was a great trade. A nice veteran receiver to help Josh Allen develop his deep ball, which we obviously know he has all the arm talent for. It's now all just about putting it together. And then Zach Moss, again, bolstering the backfield to kind of help Josh Allen develop. So now that he has Devin Singletary and Zach Moss behind him. So I really just think this is Sean McDermott's year. I think the Bills are going to probably win like 11 games, as I said in my prediction video, at 10-11. And I really just think with how well they win their division, they honestly could maybe go perfect through their division. I could see maybe losing once in Gillette, but honestly, I just really think this is going to be the year of the Bills in terms of Coach of the Year award. So for Comeback Player of the Year, I went with, this is definitely my, it's one of my, we'll say it's my second biggest reach today, is Aldon Smith. Now, we all remember him on San Fran. He was literally unbelievable. He had 33.5 sacks through 32 games. In 2 seasons, he was averaging over a sack a game. That is almost something that has never been... literally, he was the first to do it. I just think with numbers like that, I just really don't know how he's going to, not put up those numbers. And obviously he struggled with, drug addiction, and that's why he ended up out of the league, was because of conduct reasons. But now that he's back, he's on one of the league's best defenses. DeMarcus Lawrence, Dontari Poe, and Everson Griffith are on the same line as him. I think he's going to just be kind of the guy who no one really sees as a factor, and I really think he's going to explode and really show some people that he's he's obviously not going to be as good as he once was, but he's still a competent pass rusher who's capable of hitting up numbers. He also, though, on the sportsbook I used, he was only at plus 2,000, which kind of thought was weird, but again, he was so good as a kid, as a rookie and a young player that, I think it's almost like the NFL's assuming he will be able to return to that form as a sort of older and smarter player. And not to mention, the NFL loves, these storylines they can sell. And, a guy fighting a battle with addiction that was extremely well documented and then overcoming it to become a top-tier NFL talent again would be, that's pretty storybook. So I really think they would want that to happen. Going on to Defensive Rookie of the Year, I put Patrick Queen, who's at plus 900. The biggest one for this is, they need a linebacker to step up. Since Ray, they've kind of struggled to find that guy. I really thought Mosley was going to be that guy, C.J. Mosley, who's now on the Jets. But they just didn't re-sign him. They obviously didn't see eye to eye on how much value he held with the team. And then, Zadarius Smith left his offseason go to the Packers. Obviously, he's a pass rusher, but still, I mean, again, a stud linebacker to sort of anchor the defense. They just kind of kept, letting him go out the door. And so I really think Queen is going to step up and be that guy. I mean, he was an absolute stud at LSU. I mean, he ran a 4.5, almost 4.4, which is just ridiculous. I mean, with that fast, sure he's a little undersized, but with how young, hungry, and fast that defense is, I mean, I think his coverage of the field is just insane. So I really think he's going to deliver for the Ravens this year. And so, I mean, to me, it was kind of a no-brainer. If he stays healthy, I really just think he should be the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year. Outside, maybe Chase Young, but there's just so many good players on that Washington D-line, like, Ryan Kerrigan and De'Aaron Payne and Montez Sweat, that I'm just like, I feel like they aren't going to get the coverage that a guy like Patrick Queen's going to get. I mean, the Ravens are like everyone's favorite for the Super Bowl this year, so I just think he's going to get so much TV time that people are going to see him balling out and want to vote for him. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I went Jonathan Taylor, and I know that seems a little biased, especially because I'm wearing my Colts shirt I got from Canton, but I promise it's not. So he's at plus 800, which I think is fair, and so the Colts obviously have been using Mack for the past 4 years, and Mack's a good running back, don't get me wrong, but I don't think talent-wise he's anything crazy. I mean, he's really 1,100 rushing yards. It seems to kind of be his ceiling, and not to mention he can't really stay on the field. It's been his only issue. He hasn't played a 16-game season. And I just think that talent-wise, JT is already at a higher level than Mack. Now, sure, obviously Mack has more experience and better, vision and things like that come with playing in the league. But I think you give JT a few weeks and he's going to be all over it. I mean, the only problem he had in training camp too was drops, which I think goes away when you have Nyheim Hines in the backfield. JT won't be expected to catch too many passes. I think Hines is really going to be still the featured back for third and long plays and stuff like that. You keep looking at his stats from college, and I mean, one of the only backs in college history to run for 2,000 back-to-back, Heisman candidate, played at a team who was known for rushing the ball, yet they still would rush the ball 30 times a game, even though the defense knew exactly what they were going to do, and they couldn't stop him. I just think that speaks to the testament of who he is and how he is, and I mean, he has all the talent in the world, and he plays for a team who loves smash-mouth football, loves we are better than you in the trenches, we are going to run you over football. I mean, I just see that's, the big thing for him. Now, obviously, he is technically listed as third on the depth chart, but as of Marlon Mack's injury, he is now 1. So I think, again, I really just think the odds have turned in his favor for becoming Offensive Rookie of the Year because now he's listed as a number 1. So then for Defensive Player of the Year, I said Aaron Donald, and I feel like I don't even really need to explain this one. He's Aaron Donald. I mean, me and my friends were talking about it, and we're like, Aaron Donald is one of those guys that when we look back on in 20 years, we're going to be glad we got to watch one of the best defensive players in NFL history play football. I mean, he's won the award 3 of the 6 full seasons he's played in the NFL, and obviously, he won Rookie of the Year, but still, that's your top 10 player of your Defensive Rookie of the Year, arguably, and especially with his stat line that he had. So, I'm not going to give tons of analysis on this. I think he shows why he's a candidate every year. He's been a favorite for the last 4 years because he's just so dominant on the football field and really no one can stop him. You only can pray to contain him a little. So, yeah, he's my pick, and I really just don't have any second thoughts about that. Obviously anyone can win it, breakout seasons or whatever, but he's my favorite. For Offensive Player of the Year, which is definitely my biggest reach, is Josh Jacobs at plus 4,000. Now, there's a few things going into this one. First off, he only played 13 games last year, and he had 1,300 scrimmage yards, which is great. Gruden's only talked about how much he loves him, and they're going to try to even incorporate him more into the offense. Las Vegas is also, just being established as a football town. They need their guy. They need their household name. They need their, Peyton Manning, they need their Tom Brady, and I'm not saying he's going to be to the talent level of those players. I'm just saying they need that guy, and I just don't think Derek Carr's it. So this young running back, stud in college, comes into your team, has a great rookie season, and is looking to even improve on it. I just think he's going to be a stud. I think he's going to probably have 20 touchdowns, hopefully around 1,700 yards, and I mean, if that's the case and the Raiders have some success, I could really see him winning it. And the NFL, again, they want Las Vegas to be a football town. So they're going to want someone in Las Vegas who tries to make it a football town. And I really think that that's what Josh Jacobs is going to be able to do. I mean, he's awesome. I just love Josh Jacobs. I'm a big fan. I've never really liked Oakland. I'm not big on the Raiders, but and obviously now Las Vegas, but he is so fun to watch. I mean, he led the league in in broken tackles as a rookie. And so I think the NFL is going to try to push him as the guy in Las Vegas. And that's why I think he's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. And then, again, so kind of the little asterisk is maybe they could put Ruggs, too. I could see them doing that because Ruggs is, that guy they drafted out of Bama, the speedster. He's high-flying offense. But, again, I just don't think Derek Carr airing the ball out to him, he's going to get, the opportunities he would. So unless he wins, like, an obligatory Rookie of the Year for having an all-right rookie campaign, kind of like Kyler did over Gardner Minshew last year, which is a different conversation. I really see it as Josh Jacobs' award to win if he does what I think he's going to do. And for MVP, I didn't even think about this one. This one, I saw one thing happen this offseason, and I knew exactly who I want to vote for. For MVP, I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers at plus 2,300. And this is on Fanduel, so, this is the one. These are the big boys, and I am just so convinced. He's a bad man, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder. So as if being one of the greatest quarterbacks of the modern era wasn't enough, now they drafted a quarterback in the first round. And not only that, they traded up to draft him so he could just sit behind Rodgers. And essentially, they're kind of shooing him out. For 15 years, Rodgers has been in Green Bay. They've never drafted a skill position in the first round. Instead, they trade up to draft a quarterback. That is one of the most disrespectful things I have ever seen in the NFL, and I really just think Rodgers is going to he's going to want to make this decision as hard as physically possible for them. He is going to want to go out there and throw 1 million touchdowns to be like, hey, really, you traded up to draft this guy? Well, I hope you have fun with him. Honestly, I kind of hope he kills it and then leaves. I hope he throws 50 million touchdowns and then it's just like, see ya. There's no prediction I'm more confident with. If I had to only lock in the bet for one, it'd be this one. I just think he's really going to ball out this year. So, yeah, that's my video. You let me know in the comments if you agree with anything. Again, my one I'm strongest about is Aaron Rodgers, so feel free to debate me on that. And, consider subscribing. Like the video. Watch some of my other ones. They're pretty great. And I'll see you next time.